Week 4, bro. What's going on? How you doing?
Doing great.
So leg day kicked your ass last week.
Yes.
So how was your week overall, though? After you got over the whole limping, not be able to sit on the toilet, all that good stuff. Like, how did your week go?
That was really good. Had little setback-ish things over the weekend.
Like what?
Easter. Had a few drinks Saturday night.
Okay.
And then immediately got back on track Sunday because I was like, ooh, yeah, that was not a smart decision.
No, not a good decision. Not a good decision at all. Now, I understand the need to kind of live life.
Yeah.
But alcohol is literally like the worst thing you can do for fat loss and for brain cells and your health. There's no redeeming quality to alcohol other than it makes ugly chicks look better. Or ugly dudes, depending on your persuasion. So, again, like, I understand the need to live life.
Yeah.
But every time you go to make that decision, you got to think, you know, what is the long-term ramifications of this? And at the end of the day, when you drank, you actually not only stopped fat loss for that period, but for literally most of the day Sunday.
Yeah.
Alcohol has that effect on your body. It's also extremely calorically dense, which kind of pisses me off because you said nothing in your Sunday morning report to me. So I saw your weight, and it did nothing for me. So, you know, this is the part where I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Because that wastes my time.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you're a paying client. I don't care if anything. You know what? I've managed to do well enough in life where I don't have to scrounge for money. And I'm in this to help you get results. And if you're not going to give me a full, honest review of what happened, like if everything goes, I don't need to know, hey, I woke up, I took my normal dump, I ate my food. I expect you to meet your macros. I don't need to hear that. But if you fuck up, I need to know.
Yeah.
You're going to fuck up. I told you on day one, you're going to fuck up. But what we need is honesty.
Yeah.
That's every relationship, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a parent and a child, or whether it's this. So I had no idea.
Yeah.
So when I saw your weight on Sunday morning and it didn't budge, which it should have, that's where it was an issue. So that puts you at, I mean, you're still 184 to 178. You're still down 6 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 284 to 270. I'm thinking in the future. So basically, we're still down 6 pounds.
Yeah.
4 weeks in, we're 1 to 2 pounds a week. We're on pace. That's fine. We're gonna have fuck-ups. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed that we didn't have full transparency. And that's my fault maybe for not telling you that if you fuck up, let me know.
Yeah.
But
no, I should have made that known to you as the next morning after.
yeah, I don't need to know as you do it. You know, I don't need to, hey, I'm eating chocolate. You know, I don't need to know that.
Yeah.
But the next morning, because I'm reactive, so I could have lowered your calories for no reason at all.
Yeah.
So that would mess up the program. So that's pretty much it. It's about transparency.
Yeah.
But hey, it's over. And one good book I recommend to everyone is called Choice Theory. Choice Theory means fuck up, you move on. Kind of, that's in the past, but it wasn't a big fuck up. You had a couple drinks, whatever. We all mess up a little bit. But I just need to know.
Yeah.
Because you're going to mess up again. Good news is you didn't go and binge and eat an entire Giordano's pizza. So that's good. So today's actually shoulder day, so you don't have to worry about not being able to walk this week. Although I try to taper down volume, sometimes you're going to get sore when starting out. And you're not going to see us do a lot of things. You see these like transformation programs like Biggest Loser, and I think it's dangerous when they get people out there and they come from inactivity and they go to doing box jumps and sprints and this and that, and they're sweating, and that's just not good for their joints, for their health. I'd like to lose weight first, more low impact resistance training, low impact cardio, and then we kick it off, and then you'll see us pushing sleds, then you'll see us pushing cars in the parking lot, then we'll have some fun. But at the end of the day, we're trying to ease into this. We don't want injuries. So what we're going to do now is a simple warm-up that we did the first time, and that's Spider-Man crawls, because we haven't done them in a little bit. You know, I always say starting point is bend over, make your knees touch your elbows. Kids are hip to that lyric. So basically you have one arm here, one leg here, and then you're out with the other two. You come forward, boom. Come forward, boom. So you're stretching out your inner thigh. Your shoulders are stabilizing. So it's warming up the entire body. Rotational, keep your hips involved, the back. Really ease into that stretch right in there. So this is a money spot right here. This is like a good stripper. I think I can make some money doing this, bro. Come in, boom. So basically just come out here. You'll feel the stretch in your shoulders. Let's see if you can do that properly, man. Here you go. Now switch. There you go, look at that. Hey, you're a stripper too. They're not called strippers, they're called dancers. Again, we're not trying to get a workout from this. We're just trying to get warmed up. So movement prep, the way we look at it in Exos, which is the training methodology, I subscribe to some of their stuff. Their weight training's a little wonky. They put up a hype video for their NFL Combine people doing quarter squats. And I was like, bro, you shouldn't have put that on the gram. But nonetheless, they develop great athletes. And a lot of what they do, they have the system, pillar prep, movement prep, plyos, medicine ball, etc., etc. And this is part of movement prep. Pillar prep will be soft tissue work with a foam roller, this and that. We ain't got time for that. I didn't feel like bringing 2 foam rollers. So basically, we pick and choose what we can do. So we're going to do a couple of these, a couple rounds. So simple push-up, but we're gonna focus on actually, when you're down here, you're gonna try and force your hands in. See how I'm trying to push my palms in? So look at the tips of my fingers are white, because I'm literally pushing my elbows out. Pushing like this, but I'm still keeping my elbows in, but my hands are in. Coming down, up, down, nice and slow. This should be really hard if you really focus on the rotation. Just warming up the front delt, pectorals, because you're going to be, with standing overhead press, you're going to be using a lot of pectoral. A lot of stress on this joint right here, want it warmed up. Yeah, just control it. Give me 5 good ones. Nice and slow, just warm up that joint. We're not trying to get a workout here, we're just trying to get nice and warmed up. 1 more. Good. All right, let's go out and find a cable. So basically you do 2 sets of 10 Spider-Man, you're lubed up, your heart rate's up. Because that ish is hard, isn't it? Alright, then you rock out the push-ups, rotating your palm in, which basically activates this. Just going to activate the rear delt. We're just going to do 1 set. Again, movement prep. We're not trying to exercise with these. Just come in nice and tight. Keep constant tension. I don't want you coming all the way in here. It's right here. Squeeze. And we're not trying to go to fatigue. We're just warming up. Something's weird. So bring it. Don't come past here. Okay, you got it back. So wait, hold on. We're all fast now. There you go. Wait, let me see. This is like short bus stuff right here.
That's why you don't drink.
Yeah, this is why you can't drink, kids. Can't do a fucking... And then you confuse me. Now I feel stupid. This is, people say dips are the squat of the upper body. Say bullshit. The standing overhead press not only activates your entire shoulder area, but also activates your core like nothing else. You don't need to train abs with your shoulder press, period. Period. Do them standing if you can. You do this. Make sure you're coming up here and just like this. So you want to actually come up and like you're pushing it up, you're locking it out. Then once you get a little tired in the set, you can use a little leg. You can, because you're coming off your chest, but I want to see full range of motion with that. That's perfect. Much better. Come on. Good. Come on. Have you thought about a meal prep company or something?
I actually was thinking about, because you had spoke of Midwest.
Yeah, Midwest.
I'm looking into their stuff because it'll save me time and overall money.
They'll actually help you, like with meat, veggies, you can build your own. So if you get a hold of Midwest Meals, they're really good guys. Really good guys. And it's cheap. It's like $6-7 for one. Like most of them are like 12.
And if your person who goes that means you're spending 10, 12 on
Dude,
minimally.
I thought I was saving money once we were on the road. I'm like, let's not go to Longhorn. Let's just go to Wendy's and I'll get like chicken sandwich and a potato. And it ended up being like $12 for my meal. I'm like, I could have straight up went to Longhorn. Like that shit ain't as cheap as people think it is. Now, I believe the overhead press, standing overhead press, is one of the 3 things you must do. Unless you're a powerlifter and you get judged in something, I believe it's bench, deadlift, overhead press. Those would be my top 3 movements. So I don't think you should sleep on these, you know. In fact, I think a lot of people just after function, man, you look at a bench press, put so much stress on this tendon right here. Pushing something over your head, man, that's just a lot less risk in my opinion. And a lot of benchers will do standing overhead press to support their bench press. It's working everything. It's working your entire body. It's literally the biggest compound movement you can do. And I get made fun of a lot online for talking so highly of the overhead press, but it's literally that good of a move. So lateral raises, bro. This is a good exercise. Dumbbells, it can be used with dumbbells. I like cables if you have them because it's a constant state of tension. There's always going to be a resting point with dumbbells. Cables, you're in a constant state of tension. Basically stabilize yourself, lift it up, slight bend in the elbow. So here's like, now the cheat day question gets brought up every day on Instagram stories, on whatever. And I don't believe a diet should require a cheat meal. I believe you should have enough variety of foods so you don't crave it. However, I do like the term free meal. Cheating's a bad word. Like Barry Bonds cheated. Mark McGuire cheated. Tiger Woods cheated on his wife. Cheating. It's not a good word. If you have a planned meal, like if it's your birthday, if it's Easter, if it's whatever, as you get leaner, we're going to start to incorporate those. Not really, now you have to go like literally 5 days at or slightly above maintenance to even touch your hormones, right? Everybody's like, yeah, I had my refeed meal, it reset my hormones. It's like, no, it didn't. It takes about 5 to 7 days to do that. Okay, so we're going to incorporate those mainly for psychological benefits. And also there is some physiological benefits in that it helps replenish your liver, your muscle glycogen. You'll have a better workout, which leads to better psychological. Because as you found when you drank, psychologically, it's one of those negative feedback, just fucking loops. It goes over and over and over. You have a craving, you feel it, you feel bad, you're psychologically fucked. Then you have another craving, you're psychologically at a disadvantage. You feed it, and then you feel terrible again, and the cycle goes on and on and on. The key is to develop that healthy relationship with food, where you can have a piece of pizza, you go out and have dinner with your family, you can have a couple beers once we get into the routine of this diet, and you just go on, you move forward with it, and you're not one of those guys on Instagram who asks me the question, hey, I just ate 2,000 calories over my maintenance, should I starve today? No, you just know that what you do is you go on, you just move on, you go on as if nothing happened, because that sudden drop isn't going to do anything. So our goal is to make this a lifestyle. We don't want you to constantly, see, here's the thing. Crying over spilled milk, right? Like you spill the milk, you clean it up. You spill the milk, you clean it up. What if we figured out a way to not spill the fucking milk? Yeah. That's what we're doing here. We don't want to cry over spilled milk. We want to prevent spilling the milk in the first place. We're going to do the posterior, the back, the rear delt. Big words. Not even sure if I use the right words. It's early. Anyway, we're working this whole fucking area right here is what we're doing. Anyway, so we're going to do the same thing we warmed up with, except we're actually going to take it a little bit harder. Just come down, out. Straight out. That's what I want to see every time. If you don't feel it's heavy enough, just squeeze harder. Generally speaking, I don't usually incorporate shrugs into my workouts because we do deadlifts. Like I had weak traps my entire life. My traps are still not a strength of mine, but I've actually had comments lately on, dude, your traps, like what do you do for them? And the bottom line is I stopped doing shrugs. I focus on hex bar deadlifts and something called a power snatch. Or it could be called, or a partial snatch. I want the whole snatch. No, but the bottom line is with a snatch, I don't even have elite athletes who can master the snatch within 2 months. It would take me 8 weeks just to show an elite athlete. Okay, a snatch is an extremely complex movement, so we're going to take the explosive part of the snatch, and we're going to do it as kind of a bring everything together movement. Now, I don't have this written in the Big 5 program. I listed in the description box, because it's something that you can't put everything in there, but I think you're going to really like it. Let's go try it out. So basically, a full snatch, your weight's going to be on these two fingers here, coming up, the ground, exploding, you're up in the air, you stand like that, okay? That's a full snatch. Partial snatch is different. We're taking basically there's parts of the snatch. You have from here to here, right? Here to here, up, and then you dip under it. You throw it over your head, right? This, you're simply going, coming up. Just that part. Up on your toes. Explode up. So we're going to load this. But it's basically all about explosion. So again, you wanted that. You want to go really wide. So you might have to bind your grip after you take it off the rack. Once you get some plates on, we'll stop using the rack. So even wider. Yep. So you're literally holding with these two fingers here. Okay? That? Yep. Pull that shit all the way. Don't bend your arms. Arms stay straight. There you go. You'll get it. One more. So here's the thing. See a lot of these master trainers on the gram and shit having people come in and just start doing snatches. CrossFit does the same fucking thing. And I'm a CrossFit certified trainer. I like CrossFit. But I think a lot of the trainers don't know about progressions. I have never once done a full snatch with an athlete unless they already knew how to do it before they met me. Because I don't think it's necessary for what we're trying to develop. We're doing it just to look good. I think it's a great way to incorporate the traps, get some power going, get your heart rate up. For athletes, dude, when on the field, am I ever like, ha! No, I want explosion and power. I want to generate force. I don't need you to fucking jump in the air with a weight over your head. So I just think that a lot of people do it because it's what everybody does, you know? And because you want your athletes to feel like they're doing really important shit, like really advanced shit. I'm not about like looking great. I'm about making my athletes and my clients look great. I don't give a shit if you can snatch 800 pounds. How's that going to translate into what your goals are? Skull crushers. I like to do these very last. My elbows are nice and warm now. I've been training for 20 plus years, and Seth will be there too in 20 plus years. Is that my elbow is not great. And people always ask me all the time, like, I have elbow pain. What do I do? I'm like, you stop lifting. I think it's just a part of life. I think if you're pushing weight to the point where you're going to make a change in your body, your joints are going to hurt. And I think elbows are such a small joint, pushing big-ass weight, that you're just bound to have some problems. You're just bound to have issues. Doesn't mean it's bad, just means it's sore, it's inflamed, it's your body's... Inflammation is your body's way of telling you to stop, to immobilize. Pain is your body's way, inflammation is your body's way of saying, I'm going to immobilize this area, and it's your job to make shit move through it and fix it, you know? Or take time off. So, unfortunately, that doesn't always work. So our goal is, if it starts hurting, scale it back on weight a little bit. But one way that I mitigate some of my elbow issues is by doing skull crushers, which are also affectionately known as elbow fuckers, putting them last in your workout. So, even though it's a more compound movement, we do them last. Come down, 90 to the forehead, hence the skull crusher thing. Elbows in, 90 degrees. There you go. Come on. people always ask, what do you do for abs? What do you do for abs? I say, do deadlifts, do overhead press. But there is a caveat, and they're called planks. There's side planks. We're just going to start you with planks. Now, a lot of people don't do planks right. I don't want you to go for longer than 30 seconds. If you do longer than 30 seconds, that means you're wrong. Let me show how we're going to do it. I want you to come down and be in a plank position. But I don't just want you holding it. I want you sucking your stomach in and squeezing it. So squeeze your stomach like you're trying to poop. Then squeeze your ass cheeks together like you're trying not to poop. So basically you're contradicting yourself. Tighten your arms, tighten everything as hard as you can. Your chest. See how tense I am?
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want you so tense that after 30 seconds you're spent, you want to fall down, and you're just in pain. That's the plank I want to see. I don't want to see this minute long. I could hold this for fucking 5 minutes. It's like, hey guys, what's going on? I want you to put work in on this, okay? I want to make this the most effective 30 seconds of your life. Kind of like when I had my third child. All right, so I'm going to go, start my timer. Ready, and go. Squeeze as hard as you can. I want to see your arms tight, your chest tight, everything tight. Squeeze your butt together like you're in prison, you just dropped the soap. Squeeze that stomach. There you go, you're almost there. Feeling that? Yeah, I can tell. You can't even answer. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. We're going to slowly build up on that. But again, man, I ain't doing this for a Fox. I ain't doing this for NBC. I'm doing this for you, man. We ain't into this whole just drive it till you die type thing. So overall, I'm proud of you, man. 4 weeks. I mean, you had one slip up, and it was Easter. And I mean, you know, if you can't drink for Jesus, who can you drink for? Like, was it a Catholic thing? Were you like breaking bread?
No,
Did you?
it was a charity event, and because I'm at the brewery, they're like, you drink and
Makes
eat
sense.
for free.
Okay.
So,
Well,
I was doing like little sips because in my head I'm like, all right, a little sip of beer.
Like when you eat food off someone else's plate.
Yeah.
That's completely. I see. I didn't know all that. If it's from someone else's plate, or if it's a sample sip of beer, it does not count. How much was it though? Was it a good amount, or?
It ended up being, because after, you know, because some of these are like 7-8% beers because they're craft, and even little sips, like four little sips in, just started turning into.
All right, so you probably had a good 2,000 calories of alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have rather seen.
On like little to no food.
Yeah.
Which was even better decision.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of decision-making issues there, but we're going to let it go. Again, but you still had a successful week. That's the thing, man. Even if you fucked up for a whole day, think about it. There's 28 days in 4 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. I'm not good at math. Yeah, I carry the 2. Okay, check it out. If you only fucked up 1/28th of the time, it's not a big deal. Again, man, I ain't getting you ready for a contest. Like, if you were getting ready for a bodybuilding show in 6 weeks, I'd be like, the fuck?
Yeah.
But, dude, it's going to happen. Like, there's different levels to it, and your thing is you went from fucking up every day to fucking up, think about it, 1/28th of the time. That's insanity. That is ridiculous results. That shit will put you in the Hall of Fame. So with that said, we've been adjusting. Even with the snafu, we're still down 6 pounds in 4 weeks. That's perfect. That's about 1.5 pounds a week. It's perfect. That is the money spot. So my goal is to keep cardio as low as possible, calories as high as possible for as long as possible. With that said, cardio. I know you're getting ready to do 20 minutes on the step mill. Fuck that, dude. We live in the Midwest, bro. It's going to be 76 to 80 degrees outside today. I do not want to see you doing cardio indoors. I want you to enjoy the outdoors. Get some fresh air, get some sunlight, walk a dog. If you don't have a dog, walk your neighbor's dog. Find a dog to walk. Just get out. Just go for a bike ride. Well, that's not exactly 20 minutes. Do 30 minutes. Do 40 minutes. I don't care. Just get outside and be active. There is no reason to stay indoors. And I hate this. People think that, hey man, I walk to the gym. Does that count as cardio? I don't care if you walk inside to Walmart. Are you fucking walking? Like, what's the difference between taking steps outside and taking steps indoors? What's the difference between walking on an incline in the gym and walking on an incline outside? It makes no difference.
especially after the weather we've had.
Enjoy the sunlight, put some shorts on, have a good time.
Yeah.
And something I want to give you. So I brought you some Insurgent. It's our testosterone booster. You take it year round. It's been shown to help increase free and total testosterone by 20%. So the beautiful thing about it, one of its main things is libido boost. And as you get lower in body fat, you're not there yet, but you know what? Once you get lean, your body might have a negative response. Your testosterone might be lower. Now, I think your testosterone is actually going to go higher because being overweight does tend to negatively impact your hormones. However, my opinion is, people are like, I'm only 22, can I take this? Or my test is already normal. A 20% increase is a 20% increase. So I'm going to roll with that. I think you're going to really like it. I think it's going to help your recovery. It's going to help with a lot of other things. So just go ahead and take it. It's pretty simple, 3 pills a day. Doesn't matter when you take it. You take it pre-workout, post-workout, pre-bed, doesn't matter. We take it pre-workout or in the morning because so people remember to take it. People are creatures of habit. So that's that. Again, if you want to try it, again, this is not the purpose of this, but people are going to be like, hey, where can I get that? It's at tigerfitness.com. Coupon code is Seth10, SETH10. For any supplement we go over, that's for 10% off. Basically this product right here, or anything we talk about in these videos. So as for next week, we changed up your macros, I believe, 2 days ago. Cardio, I'm going to stay the same. Here's the reason I'm not going to change cardio. It's nice outside. I don't think I have to. I think you're going to be more active. I think you're going to get out. I think if there's an opportunity, and if you don't, make a cognizant effort to get outside and have fun and enjoy weather, enjoy life, enjoy the fact that you're healthier. Enjoy the fact you can move now. Go play some soccer with your kid. Do whatever you can. Just get out of here. And just get outside. Enjoy it. It's like till like 8 o'clock. You got a lot of hours of the day to get stuff done. I know you travel, but I know you can find a couple hours in the day. Other than that, so everybody's supportive of what you're doing here? Yeah. That's good, man. That's good. Any questions? Anything you want to bring up? Some feedback?
No, nothing right now. But I am going to look into that Midwest meals.
Midwest Meals is easy, or some kind of meal prep service. They're who I use.
Yeah.
I really like their food. I've tried a lot of others. They're not as good. There are a lot of good options out there. Icon Meals is a good one. But I believe Midwest for the price and shipping, since they're in Wisconsin and we're here, it should be cheaper. Again, it's just a matter of, that's the one I use. But there's other good meal prep. If you live locally here, there's one called Melio Meals. It's really freaking good. They're just local. Yeah. But that's someone who'll ship to you and bumfuck wherever you live. So,
Yeah.
But long term, I think we should get together and do some outside stuff, man.
Yeah.
It'd be great. Do some hill sprints and stuff. I think we're about 2 to 3 weeks away from being able to do that. But give me feedback. Next week we'll be doing posterior chain deadlifts and stuff, man.
Sounds good.
Epic week, brother. Appreciate you coming.